Hello, we're going to continue with working with rational functions. Today we're going to talk about evaluating them. So what I need you to remember is when you're evaluating an expression, simply substitute the value given and simplify. So let's go ahead and work on these. The first one, evaluate the expression for v is equal to 2. Write your answer in simplest form. So where we see v, instead we're going to put 2. We have 2 minus 8, and I'm going to put that in parentheses to let us know that we actually did substitute that value. And then I've got 2 minus 3. Well, 2 minus 8 is negative 6, and 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So if we simplify that, we come up with the answer of 6. Next, we have got evaluate the expression for x is equal to negative 2. And we're also going to write this in simplest form. So this negative that we have here is part of the expression, but we're asked to put in for x negative 2. So I'm going to put negative 2 inside the parentheses plus 2. And in the denominator, it's going to be the negative that's part of the expression, and then x again is negative 2 plus 3. And we end up with negative 2 is the same positive 2 plus 2. And then negative 2 in the denominator is also same positive 2 plus 3. When we simplify that, we get 4 over 5. That would be our answer here. Next, we've got evaluate the expression for c is equal to 1. So in place of c, we are going to put 1. Subtract 2, and on the denominator, we've got 4 multiplied by positive 1. That gives us 1 minus 2 is negative 1 over 4. That would be our answer. Now this negative can be in the numerator, it can be in the denominator, or if you'd like, you can put it right out to the side. Either way is fine. Let's move on. Evaluate the expression for v is equal to negative 1. So where we see v, we're going to put negative 1. Again, I'm going to put that in parentheses so that we know we substituted that. Minus 9. And then in the denominator, we've got negative 5 multiplied by negative 1 minus 4. That gives us negative 1 minus 9 is negative 10. Negative 5 multiplied by negative 1 is positive 5 minus 4. So now we've got negative 10 over positive 1. Simplifying that gives us negative 10. There's our answer there. Let's move on. Evaluate the expression for s is equal to 1 and t is equal to negative 1. So this time we're going to be replacing two variables with two different values. So we've got 2 and t is negative 1, so I'm going to put negative 1 in place of t, minus 5 divided by s is 1. We're going to raise that to the third power. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 minus 5. 1 to the third power is simply 1. So we've got negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7 over positive 1. Now, I forgot to simplify that, didn't I? Negative 7 divided by 1 is just negative 7. That really is the answer, not negative 7 of 4. Finally, evaluate the expression for y equals 2 and z equals 5. So we have y is equal to 2. So we're going to put 2 inside of parentheses. Z is equal to 5. We're going to put that inside of parentheses. That's all in the numerator. And then we've got negative z. So that's negative 5 plus 6. And we're going to take all of that and square it. So 2 times 5 is 10. And then we've got negative 5 plus 6 in parentheses, square that. So we're really operating on PEMDAS, right? So then we've got 10. Well, negative 5 plus 6 is positive 1, but we're asked to square that. Well, 10 over 1 squared, that just means 1 times 1. So 10 over 1 squared is 10 over 1, which is equal to 10. And that is our final answer. Why don't you go ahead and try your turn? All right, here are the answers to Now It's Your Turn. Hopefully you were able to get those answers correct. If you were not and you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.